comments. We certainly appreciate you as well. Let's go to the, we had some festivities over the weekend.
Some drama.
Some drama?
Some drama.
Some drama.
I asked you if you wanted to go.
Yeah, I was busy. I couldn't make it.
Acting like you had too much important stuff to do.
I know. I had to watch grass grow. Jeez. Anyway, so Peter, talking about this little No Kings protest. Any of you guys go to those No Kings protests? Anybody? Peter Dabrowska at Fox News reports that the No Kings protest, billed, of course, as a peaceful protest, as a peaceful anti-Trump demonstration, erupted into scenes of violence, threats, and pure hatred towards the president and conservatives alike all across the country. And admittedly, while millions didn't march peacefully, give you that, the headlines, well, they belong to the radicals today. So the ones, mocking the assassinations, threatening ICE agents, encouraging kids to actually beat effigies of President Trump. Like, dude, come on, guys. Like, give you a few little facts, too. So, in Chicago, a woman identified as a STEM teacher. Now, I got to stop there because this is Chicago, and we're talking about a little wokeness now, okay? And look, I'll give my full disclaimer. If you identify as woke, this might hurt your little ears, and I'm giving you your disclaimer right now, all right? Now, she identifies as a STEM teacher. Is that her identification? Like not woman or man, right? That's her identification. Or is she a cat? What is she?
If she wants to lose her job, I guess.
Hey, y'all act like it's not a fair question. It's 2025 and we're in.
STEM, science.
Yes.
Science, technology.
Look at the article says in Chicago, a woman identified as.
Oh, that's okay. Well, that's a weird pronoun, but okay.
I kid.
That's her existence.
Yes. Well, she's a STEM teacher with Chicago Public Schools, and she was filmed mocking the assassination of Charlie Kirk. During the episode, she even went as far as putting her, making that little gun feature right to the neck.
The guy who was recording had a Charlie Kirk flag on the back, and that was her response to that, to point her fingers right there at her neck and pretend like.
Yeah.
Ew.
Saying bang, bang, waving a Mexican flag and all that.
Yeah, go to Mexico.
I'm just saying.
Stop being around our children.
Go be with the cartels. Chicago Public Schools confirmed, though, you can be all right, Jamie. Don't get too fired up. They're investigating. They're looking into it. You feel better? Mm-mm. Yeah. But, of course, they hid about, this is priceless. And they even hid behind this little, policy language, all about them being welcoming and inclusive. Had to get that in there. Another man in Chicago yelled into a bullhorn calling for ICE agents to be shot and wiped out. Now, that doesn't speak peaceful protest. If that doesn't speak it, I don't know what would. Jeez. DHS, local police, they've not yet reported any charges on that, but it's clear it's there. Oh, here we go. Outside the ICE facility over there in Broadview, Illinois. What are you doing, Governor Pritzker? Get your act together over there. A protester handed a child. I want everybody to think about this. I just kind of referenced a little bit of it. A protester handed a child a blunt object and encouraged him to beat and stab a Trump piñata while adults cheered, shouting, "Get him! Get his body! Get his body!"
Oh, but we're the violent ones. We're the party of hate and
the
things. Oh, January 6th.
Woo, yeah.
Get out of here.
Man, it's usually the folks that, if they're saying the other side did it, they're usually the ones doing it.
Always, always, always that side doing it.
Think about it, Oh, of course, we couldn't get too far without saying this one, okay? So a separate protester with a Roy shirt reading 8647 I was just walking along the beach. And
6'7".
And I saw some seashells that just happened to be like, give me a break.
Arranged in four actual Roman numbers.
And color coordinated, I might add.
It's goofy.
I don't know.
It's goofy.
Of all people, I can't tell you. Color coordinated. All right, yeah, so 86-47, meaning kill the president's what the shirt said, okay? Horrible, horrible. And then he's even caught yelling, kill the SOB. He said the real words, though.
Oh, they interviewed a lady. I was watching on the news earlier.
Yeah.
And it was her birthday.
Yeah.
And they said, what you want for your birthday? I'd like to wake up tomorrow and he's dead.
God.
What?
Yeah, straight up. Oh, yeah, that's that. Yeah, you can Google it.
He asked her twice. He's like,
are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, or taken back? Yeah, no, uh-uh.
That's what she wants?
Oh, let's keep going, though, shall we?
Yeah.
In Denver, shout out to Sean Payton, photos showed a, quote, make assassinations great again, end quote, shirt, and a table covered with a Charlie Kirk had it coming sign, of course, under a Denver communist banner. Why wasn't that under the capitalist banner?
Should make communists add him to the terror watch list. How many Republicans shot at Biden when he was president?
Man.
How many tried to assassinate the president?
Dude. So, yeah, across the country, so-called No Kings rallies featured anti-police, anti-Trump, and openly violent messaging. Peaceful protest. It ain't peaceful unless we're breaking things or breaking the law.
You know, speaking of the Broncos, they broke the Giants' spirit.
Man.
How you going to come back 33 points in the fourth
Y'all
quarter?
saw that?
33
Golly.
points in the fourth quarter. What?
It's a lot.
That's crazy.
It is.
Just thought I'd put that out there.
Well, I think you should. So, look, we'll cover more after the break. But you know, here's the thing. I mean, these guys have it within their control to. I mean, I'm talking about the elected officials, like you know, in Chicago.
Say these guys have no self-control.
No, not those. But like J.B. Pritzker, Governor Pritzker in Illinois, the mayor in Chicago, the other mayor that we talked about,
Brandon,
just Illinois, just Illinois alone, and then even with Denver and across the country, like they have such an opportunity to help their party if they would just keep law and order and you're never getting your message out because you're overshadowed by the radicals in your party again. So hey, you know what? It's not our thing. We kind of like work and stuff and raise families and like, I don't know, have a life. But you know, it's the wild, wild left over there. And
we contribute to society.
Well, but no, we're busy. We don't have time to go block freeways. We don't have time or desire to go and shut someone's business down. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Like we have a kind of like a life, you know? But hey, if that's your thing, just do it lawfully. And stop hurting people. And stop doggone breaking property. Easy compromise. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting live on rumble.com. I see you over there, guys. Got that chat starting over at rumble.com. Look up the Josh Guillory Show. And a shout out to our KLFY Plus viewing audience. Happy to see you guys. Hopefully I'm not breaking your monitor.
Yeah, hello from yesterday.
Oh, that's true. Hello. We may go live, so I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But we're just happy to be with you, okay? All right, so we are talking about the No Kings movement or whatever it is. Protest. I was going to say parade. By the way, now listen, on a serious note here. No, really. I got to give some credit to some of these folks at the No Kings parade. I'm going to throw it out there. Specifically, the geriatric demographic.
With purple hair?
In particular, purple hair. I have to say, wasn't expecting it. What I wasn't also expecting is how well coordinated some of the choreography is in some of these elderly folks' dances in the street while they're blocking it. It must take just hours of preparation when you just got to think to yourself, though, what if they put that time in to working a job?
They were emailed a guide, and it had the chants all scripted. I'm serious. I'm being 100% serious.
That has to be accurate. I know it is.
Had all the chants in there scripted. The motions they were supposed to do.
Oh, so this was a thing.
Oh, it was a highly coordinated effort.
Man, imagine if y'all put all that effort into doing something good.
Making money.
Or making money.
You'd probably be a lot happier, and you wouldn't have much to complain about if you had a job and you know, you weren't rolling pennies and getting on the Medicaids and all that.
Hey, well, 40% of Louisiana is on Medicaid. Wow. All right, so we're talking about our little friends in the No Kings whatevers.
We don't like kings. Oh, no, they're so evil. Get them out.
The radical left does, however, my friends, they do take off the mask, pun intended, every once in a while. Every once in a while. The so-called No Kings movement is built on the exact kind of authoritarian doggone rage that they claim to oppose. They chant, literally and choreographed, they chant about democracy, then celebrate an assassination based on someone's political thoughts, their ideas. They preach peace, then tell kids to beat a piñata of the sitting president of the United States and encourage them. I mean, this is
tacky.
Yeah, it's like psychological warfare dressed up as some kind of like activism.
There's got to be more to it than I have never seen such a fervent shift in a group of people. And I have a degree in sociology, and I don't understand the Democrats one iota. It's just weird. Like a collective hate. It's almost like a hive mind of hate. And why?
That's a lot. Man, I don't know. Give me classic. I want liberal classic. Those tree huggers.
Whenever.
That's old school. No. You still got that. I'm talking those tree hug. You know who you are. Those tree hugging liberals that don't want to hurt anybody. Yeah, okay. They may go chain themselves to a tree. Okay, all right. But I can handle those guys. Most of them, they just want kindness and love. Who doesn't want kindness and love?
Isn't that what Cleo wants? Kindness and love?
Maybe so, man. Maybe so. Maybe so. Oh, my goodness. All right, so the footage out of Chicago. So we're going to go back to this little No Kings thing, all right? The footage out of Chicago is absolutely sickening. I mean, for any American to see what's going on there that can be controlled, absolutely could be addressed. It's absurd. A teacher, we talked about a teacher earlier, a teacher, STEM teacher, someone trusted with children, mocking the murder of Charlie Kirk. Got it. Guy was killed for his conservative thoughts, his beliefs. You're teaching our future. You're teaching the youth. You're teaching kids. You got to be better than that. You got to be a role model. You are, whether you like it or not. And these same people, you notice that they always want to lecture. Want to lecture America about hate speech. Their classrooms are breeding grounds for the hatred they claim to fight. What are they talking about?
No. Their classrooms are breeding grounds for furries and kids who want to identify as lions and big cats.
Man, if they would have let me carry out what I was identifying at the age of 6, man, we'd have had some fun.
A T-boy? He was a Toby. Hey. With that little brimless hat.
Hey, man, it's coming back.
No,
the brimless hat. Okay, it's not coming back.
It's not.
Does anybody remember the brimless hat? Come on now, it's from the. You remember it? You aren't born.
No one who remembers it will admit to it.
Except for you, admit to knowing it. I even found the commercial and sent it to you.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
And what I remember is the lat machine. That was the selling point. See, you don't want to turn your hat backwards, but you don't want the brim to get in the way. You just get a brimless hat.
Wasn't the whole point of a hat to block the sun?
Yes.
Or keep your head warm?
That is funny.
Anywho.
Yeah, but these guys in the classroom, at least on the wokey left there, which unfortunately is it's large enough to notice. I don't know if it's a majority, hope not. But they're not educators. More and more, they're becoming less and less educators, and they're becoming more and more political activists. The only thing is, they're in disguise, but the disguise is being less and less. They're doing it more and more in the open, which I guess we can say thank you. I don't know. Thank you for your transparent indoctrination of hate to our youth. I mean, but they're poisoning. There is a significant portion of our educators poisoning kids across our country with anti-American ideology. That will bite us if we don't get a hold of it. There are certain things that, look, we can all have our political differences. That's fantastic. It's wonderful, actually. But my goodness, teaching should be teaching. Go get math is math. English, still English, whatever. Oh, and then the guy calling for ICE agents to be shot and wiped out. That surely screams peaceful protest.
It's patriotism right there.
Yeah, but America, yes.
Hey, first of all, anyone calling for anyone's death should be arrested. That's just inciting terror. I'm serious.
Well, how about this? Imagine any conservative group, or actually imagine saying that about any other law enforcement group in the country, actually. Any other one. That people, even on the left, would be, kind of appalled by that. Oh, no, but it's ICE to protect our sovereignty. My goodness. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting live on Rumble. I see you guys. Hey, Kill Switch. What up, Joe Biden's lost memory liberty lover? All you guys, my peeps. And there you go. And shout out to our friends over at KLFY Plus. We love you. All right.
We got a good app chat. You want to hear it real
Holla,
quick?
yes.
All right, so Jack in Lafayette says the left, for the most part, are college-educated, right? So they belittle the common folk. So I call them intellectual supremacists.
Ooh.
I like that a lot.
Oh, I like it. Yes, very, very well said. Hey, guys, I forgot to mention my favorite time of the whole show. Our phone lines are open, 232-1542. 844-766-6607 outside the Acadiana area. Let's go to our friend over there, Sean. What up, Sean?
Yeah, Josh, unfortunately, I punished myself all day and watched all of this crap that happened this weekend. And, yeah, the two things I see are boomers and losers. So your listening audience probably doesn't apply as far as loser boomers, but and it doesn't apply to all boomers, but the boomers have been the majority of these protests. And you know what? The boomers have been the most selfish era of people that have ever existed. They've taken advantage of everything and have left nothing behind. And they're doing it right now. You know what? Y'all had Woodstock. Y'all are in retirement. Y'all have grandchildren. Just go away. Leave the political scene alone, man. I don't know what else to say about it.
Well, thank you, Sean. I certainly appreciate that. I will say this, guys, as a trans.
Here we go.
Well, what? As a transgen.
Explain.
As a transgenerational.
There we go.
Jeez,
trying to keep the followers.
Gosh, I'm just saying, get your mind out of where it's at.
He's not wearing panties or women's clothes. We're good. You're listening.
So our KLFY Plus audience, hey, I'm sorry, my birthday falls in kind of either or. I'm either a very young Gen Xer or I'm an OG millennial. So, hey, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. And I got folks in my family that are baby boomers and, maybe a little older. Who knows? Anywho.
Who knows?
Hey, Sean, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Let's go to Renee.
Yeah, the hippie generation have been the Benedict collective, the Benedict Arnolds for communism. I mean, it's always Russia, Vietnam, China, the Muslims. They don't matter. They spell us out like you don't think about your own home, your own place where you stay, your own benefits, your own people. What's wrong with that people?
Whew, all right. Well, thank you, Renee. Always spirited, and I certainly appreciate that. Okay, so you got anything else on these No Kings?
No. I hope. Hopefully they don't do it again. It's just a waste of time and money.
Hey, like I said, give me the liberal classic.
You want to talk to Warren?
Absolutely.
Speaking of classics.
Always. Warren! What you got, Warren?
He said something about Benedict Arnold. Was he talking about Bill Cassidy? Whack, whack, whack. Hey, old Trump, look, they got all kind of stuff going on with Putin right now. It looks like we're about to get ready for World War III. They're not going to meet all of a sudden. It's getting out of hand, and then Colombia's talking about killing Trump. I think we ought to take a few of them cruise missiles he was going to send to Ukraine and just send them cruise missiles over there to Colombia. Send a message to anybody that's going to threaten to kill the president. We're going to treat you like them boat captains. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Warren. A reference to the drug smuggling operation that the United States proactively and preemptively engaged and destroyed, which a lot of people are probably grateful for. All right, let's stay on the phone lines.
Two giggling homosexuals all day.
Whoa,
I don't
what
know.
happened?
Well, I answered the call and he just started.
Did he? I think he was claiming his sexual orientation.
I don't know.
Anyway, all right, so let's go. Oh, we got another caller. No.
All right. Well, let's see.
Caller, you're live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? How do you identify?
Calling from America. Take you two idiots off the air.
Hey, where are you calling? Okay, why?
No.
I wanted to talk to him.
No, he wants us off the air. He doesn't have to listen. Just change the channel, T-Boy.
No, I wanted to thank him. Anyway, I have so many questions when he calls. God, jeez.
Sorry. I'll leave him up next
I
time.
wanted to see if he was at the No Kings parade. I want to know, you know what I'm saying? I want to know his philosophy on communism and capitalism. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to know whether or not he felt government was the answer to everything. I'm just curious, but I definitely wanted to thank that nice, kind soul for listening.
Whatevs.
All right. So, a federal appeals court just handed President Trump a major win. And of all places, must have been the random selection. The Ninth Circuit. That's the one on the West Coast. Ninth Circuit? The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals cleared the way for the president to deploy the Oregon National Guard to Portland. Remember? Now, wait, y'all don't know that? Wait a minute. We don't know that? That's because it's not reported hardly anywhere. It's just kind of like out there. But boy, when that district court judge just totally went one way, I'm being nice. And because the appellate court slapped it down. All right, 2-1 decision. We're about to talk about it. That's a big deal in the Ninth Circuit, but it's a big deal with the ruling too. And look, if you've been listening to the show or watching the show, if you're listening or watching the show, you know my position on using the National Guard. And we've got some time. We'll talk about that again. So yeah, kudos out there to the Ninth Circuit. Few little facts here. Divided court 2-1, and again, it lifts the lower court's decision, just unilaterally unelected lawyer in a black robe. Lifetime appointment. Nothing to worry about at all. Said, no, I kind of want to be president. I kind of want to be executive branch today. I want to play executive branch today. I'm bored. So the lower court said, yes, I'm going to decide if it's an emergency, not the executive or I'm going to decide if it's appropriate to mobilize the National Guard, whatever. Okay.
They like doing that though. The Congress does it too. I was listening to Hakeem Jeffries today talk about the shutdown. He's like, well, we can't do anything until Trump comes to the table, until Trump negotiates, till Trump. Last I checked, he's the president.
Yeah.
It's not his job to put the budget. It's not his job to pass the budget.
He presented.
Yeah, it's your job, not his. He presented his. Y'all figure it out.
And Hakeem. The House already voted. What are you talking about? Get out of here. I mean, you're the House minority leader. Get out of here. We voted. It's out the House. Talk to your Senate Democrats. And then I'll talk to my fellow Republicans why we haven't brought Joni Ernst's $2.1 trillion cut to the budget. I don't know why that wasn't filed yesterday. That's what I don't understand. My fellow Republicans, here we are. We got an opportunity. Cut wasteful spending right there. Line item. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on the Josh Giller Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Shane calling from Lafayette.
Hey,
I got a quick
Shane.
question for you, Josh.
What's up, Shane?
Hey, Ninth Circuit said he could deploy the Oregon National Guard. Wasn't he talking about deploying the California National Guard as well? Will he be able to deploy them?
Yes, that was earlier. So that was in the L.A. riots. And I believe
There was some California guard that was supposed to go up to Oregon.
Yeah, I disagree with that approach. But that's the president's prerogative. So yes.
But I'm just wondering if the court's decision would allow that.
I think it would. Now, I haven't read, in full candor, I haven't read anything on that, but putting the pieces together based on what Jamie just told me, I would imagine so. I would imagine this cleared the way. But maybe not, because you're talking about a different state, different governor, different National Guard. So let me go with I don't know right now, but I would imagine that cleared the way for it, though.
Good deal. Thanks.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate you. Great question. All right, so the two judges in the majority, they were Trump appointees. Just the article noted it, so I felt like we needed to note it. But they said that the district court wrongly substituted its own judgment for the president. And that's why I noted that, because that's exactly what these district court judges that are going rogue, that are going way above and beyond, that's really That's the basis of it. All right, so I want to highlight that. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. We'll talk about this and so much more. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show, broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting live on rumble.com. Look up the Josh Guillory Show, and a shout out to our KLFY Plus audience. We certainly appreciate you guys tuning in. All right, so we're talking about the Ninth Circuit. Phone lines, by the way, are open, 232-1542, 844-766-6607, outside of the Acadiana area. You can look on the screen right there and get the number. All right, so we're talking about the...
I'm sorry, I thought we were going to the call.
We are. So we're going, just want to remind the folks. So district court over there on the West Coast said, hey, Trump, you can't do that. I think I know better about the executive branch than you do. You can't mobilize the National Guard in that way. All right, so goes up to the Ninth Circuit of all places and slapped it down. Said, yes, he can, and here's why. Now, I didn't read the why, but they overruled it, and that gives the green light to go forward. I don't know about the California troops. That's a good question, but I would imagine that this would open that door as well. All right, Mr. Bobby, what you got, Mr. Bobby?
Well, I say if they don't want law and order in those states, which they don't have, local enforcement, they don't seem to care. Hell, let's let them shoot one another. Only bad thing about that, those kids get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing. But yeah, look, Mr. Bobby, it's kind of sad to see some of these cities, man. They just go to heck in a handbasket, and it's so preventable. Just don't tolerate it. But the left is so, like these Democrat-run cities, Rhino-run cities as well, they're so torn. Their base is they have no identity. They're starting to shift. Some going way wacky left. Other ones are saying, we're not those people. What are you talking about? But they want then you got the other group, pro-bureaucracy, pro-big government can control everything. Let's do grocery store operations.
Bureau skanks.
Yeah. That's my take on it, Mr.
Well,
Bobby.
like you said, they got 23,000 badges in the state.
Man, no joke. Yeah, we definitely don't need troops in our state doing policing, in my opinion.
Well, we're not going to have that around here, are we?
No. I would hope not.
And
I know.
And we don't need a degree in sociology to figure that out. I'm out.
I see what you.
You saw what he did there?
He got jokes.
Yeah, he did. He threw that in there.
That's some shade, Mr.
Man.
That
was pretty good,
Haters
Mr. Bobby.
gonna hate.
Yeah. Hey, man, you're rocking it. So this ruling, it's pretty big. It matters a lot. It's if you think about it, because it's not just Portland. We're talking about Portland now, clearly, but think about it. For every American city where radicals think violence is a political strategy, this is an awakening. This is an awakening that, nope, you know what? I mean, the court said what every common sense citizen already knows. The president has a constitutional duty to enforce federal law and, in this case, protect federal property. You don't have to, like Mr. Bobby said, you don't have to be a legal guru, or however he put it, to figure that out.
Sociologist.
Yeah, you don't have to be that either. But if a state, now think about it. However, if a state refuses to do it, the court says he has a right to step in, period. That's what this ruling basically says, and it's an important one. Now, I think it's always important for me to tell you my position on this, just to stay consistent, because we have a slippery slope here using the National Guard. The National Guard should only be used for local law enforcement in the most rare and limited circumstances. These are war fighters, not beat cops, not traffic cops. The Guard should never replace local policing. It should serve only as a last resort when there's an imminent public threat. There is absolutely an imminent public threat in Portland, in Chicago. There was in San Francisco, and D.C. But I think there has to be an imminent public threat and the mayor or the governor or both refuse to act. I also believe that only that state's National Guard should be used. And again, only when local leadership flat out, turns their back and abandons its duty to keep Americans safe. I think that's the only time you go this route. So I think we're skipping a lot of steps. We're going with the National Guard. I love the outcome. I just think you can achieve the outcome by doing, and I'll give Governor Landry props on this, Troop NOLA. Those are civilian law enforcement officers. They created a whole new troop in the state police. I thought that was well executed, well designed, well implemented, and it was working, and it still is. Which is more reason why we don't want to invite the federal government to do our job. One, it's not imminent, and if it is, then admit you failed. Okay? But you don't need to admit you failed because you didn't fail. That actually was a very good move. But this whole idea of a governor requesting, that's a whole other separate thing that we can talk about later. This one right here, though, this is just a clear path that the court said lower. It was more than just, hey, Mr. President, you can do your job. I believe it was also another reminder to these lower court judges on these injunctions. Even now, there's a fix to it. There was a legislative on the legislative action say no more universal injunctions. I mean, it applies to everybody, but that's what this one did. That was an injunction that applied to everybody, made by an unelected judge that was appointed. Just saying. Said, I know what the president should be doing.
What?
Well, that's what he said. I don't know. He don't have a plan either.
They don't know.
Man, come on. Hey, the president doesn't go in there and tell judges how to judge, although he would be happy to do it. This is what we do. Everybody just say, all right.
You know what the judges are doing? They're going in there and saying, Chat GPT.
Yeah, no.
Give me a ruling that's counter to what Trump wants.
You think that would make more sense to me? I would actually understand their logic a little more. Hey, guys, stick around. Hour number 2 right around the corner to our KLFY Plus audience. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Traffic this hour brought to you by Glenn's Towing and Recovery, 989-0510, 989, a nickel and a dime. Right now, we still have the road closure up at Gloria Switch in LA 93 where that plane crash happened earlier today. So avoid that area if you can. They're probably going to be in recovery mode for a while there. We've got a minor accident northeast of Angelin Thruway. That's going to be the 600 block. We've got a fire investigation Reading Avenue or Reading Avenue at Willow. We've got a minor accident Target Loop, the 200 block. A hit and run, Collie Saloon at River Ranch Road. And otherwise, everything looking pretty good out there. Not seeing too much in the way of showers moving through right now. They're still mainly up to you. So grab the umbrella just in case if you're heading out. If you see any issues, give us a call, 232-1542 on the KPL News hotline, or download the KPL News app for free. Shoot us a text message using the app. And remember, traffic brought to you by Glenn's Towing and Recovery, 989-0510, 989, a nickel and a dime. Stick around. Hour number 2 of the Josh Guillory Show starts right after this.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Josh Guillory Show. I remain your grateful host. And in studio with me still, my main man, Jamie Angel.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Acadiana. Man, I see you over there at Rumble. Woo! Okay, I appreciate you guys. All right, go to rumble.com. Look up the Josh Guillory Show. You can see us. You can also go to all of our social medias for the show. You can go to my personal X page, which is at Josh Guillory USA. And go check out that chat, too, on Rumble. We certainly appreciate it. Rumble.com. Look up the Josh Guillory Show. Let's talk about some student loans, shall we? Man, I don't even know.
This is goofy.
I'm just going to report.
Do it.
I'm just gonna tell the folks what I know. All right, so break down what you sent me.
I'm just. This sounds a whole heck of a lot like some stuff we've been.
I don't know. No, there's some positives. There's some bureaucratic wins that the president achieved, but the program is what I have a bad taste about in my mouth. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, so this comes from Fox Business, Greg Werner. He's reporting that the Trump administration reached a court deal with the American Federation of Teachers to basically, I know.
Randy. My name's Randy Weingart.
And that was basically to speed up the student loan forgiveness. Whoa, is this Trump doing it? Well, just hold on. For borrowers who already earned it, who's already qualified, teachers, nurses, public servants, those kind of things, and who made decades of payments too. So it's not like the whole Biden like full throttle. You know what I'm saying?
Can you answer me a question?
Maybe, I don't know.
Did you use student loans at all, or you use your GI Bill, or?
I had a combo, but yeah, I paid my student loans.
So I thought I never used student loans. I used my GI Bill, but I thought these were supposed to be low interest loans that were affordable that you could easily pay back after school. So I'm not understanding how all these people taking loans and just not paying them back.
Well, the answer to both. The answer to the reason why people are deceived by low rates and they're really high, and the reason why people aren't paying them back and there's not really anything about the answer to both is government.
Okay, but I'm paying for both is what's happening, right?
Well, it's government. You have to pay.
I don't want to.
I know. Me neither.
I don't want to forgive student loan debt.
How come I had to pay mine?
Exactly. Like, so all these people who paid theirs.
What's up with that?
It's not fair.
Now, but I will note this, though. All right, teachers, nurses, and the public servant thing, come on. What kind?
It's a choice.
What kind?
You chose that job.
Yeah, but I would say like law enforcement. I don't know. I think listen, these guys aren't paid as much as they should be paying. And if that, helps us to have an educated law enforcement force and it helps with, I think I'm just saying I can meet people in the middle if we have to go here. I'm just saying if we have to. Remember, Trump didn't create this. He's just trying to land the plane.
Yeah. That's
why I said he's not going to get credit for this. He's not going to get as much credit as he deserves, but he should actually get a lot of credit. He's helping a lot of people that may not have voted for him. Number one, if I'm looking at the demographics right, just saying. All right. But two, he's doing what a Republican should do. Get the bureaucracy out the way, see what the intent was, see where we're supposed to land, and then get there.
I just don't like the quality of the product that I am paying for. So do we really want to encourage our police officers to go to these liberal indoctrination camps and we got to pay for it?
Different issues. I don't believe in the program. I just said if it's going to be going on, those professions, okay, I'm just trying to meet. I'm telling you, legislation ain't hard. It just requires talk and good faith. These people don't want to do it.
Should only be for the trades, for a good trade.
Maybe, but I mean, maybe, I just want the government to do what the government's supposed to do, and then let's see what happens.
I bet most of the loans.
Let's just see what happens, okay? Let's get the government doing what the government's supposed to do, and then let's see. It will be a domino effect. If the federal government would just focus on protecting us, protect our sovereignty, keep our economy rolling, and have a strong foreign diplomacy that helps keep us safe and helps keep our economy rolling. That's it. And then there's some guarantees against the government, not us. The Constitution protects us from the government. It does not protect the government from us. And if the federal government would just do that, they could lower taxes, which helps the little guy and the businesses and all the things. And it helps the federal government do what the federal government is supposed to do. I'm not anti-tax. It's 2025 and we're here. I get it. But I'm anti-wasteful tax. I'm anti-needless tax. And Lafayette Parish needs to open up their eyes on some of their taxes. But anywho. But that's probably applicable across many jurisdictions. You sitting on your hot hands over there. Go.
No, I'm just saying I'm willing to bet most of the people who still owe on them student loans who are defaulted are probably in the liberal arts areas.
Hey, I will say this.
Community organizing.
You make a good point, even if indirectly. If you're going to do it, what benefits the people the most? We have a shortage of welders. I'm making this up. We have a shortage of welders.
Programmers.
Whatever it is, okay? Here you go. This for this next 6 months or the next 2 academic calendar years. Here we go. The nation as a whole has a shortage. We're not socialists. We're not going to pay your education, but we'll forgive your loans if you complete it, and get under certain criteria. What we need to revamp is things like the Pell Grant and things like that these folks qualify for, they enroll, they exit, and then we're left on the hook. What we need to look at in Louisiana is TOPS. Why am I paying someone's education and they can leave to go to Texas the moment they graduate? This is such a common sense solution, but we don't want to fix it in Baton Rouge. There's a lot of solutions to that for the TOPS program issue. One of many is for every year the folks pay for your degree, you have to stay in the state or you pay it back. If you stay 2 years, you pay half of it back. If you stay 4 years, you pay none. I would go 2 to 1, but I'll live with 1 to 1. I'll live with 6 months to 1. I'll live with anything other than here's all this money from the taxpayers of Louisiana. Enjoy Massachusetts. Enjoy Florida. Actually, enjoy Florida. Enjoy Texas. The states that understand capitalism.
I read a headline today and it made me think. I fear that we may have lost this generation. The headline said,
what generation?
Gen Z.
No,
the headline
that's
said,
a great generation.
Is Gen
I disagree.
Z unemployable?
No way, Jose. I'm going to push back hard on that, man. I'm telling you, I've employed them. I've worked with them. Very pragmatic group. Very just common sense, get to the bottom line. I got other things to do than this nonsense.
Let's talk about it when we come back.
Yeah, I'm sticking up for, but I'm transgen, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, it's natural for me to understand what the Gen Zers are about. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, Gen Z. Come on now. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show, broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. We're also broadcasting live on rumble.com. Go check us out, the Josh Guillory Show, rumble.com. All right, guys, let's see here. Jamie, did you get any student loans in the break?
No.
All right.
No, but I stand by my words that.
Oh, yeah, you wanted to defend.
Gen
yeah.
Z's just on it because.
What you got against the Gen Z?
They're lazy.
Whoa! What?
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
They're caught up in their electronics.
They are.
They don't know how to interact and talk to people.
It's different than us.
Yeah, and they don't want to work. They don't want to drive.
I disagree.
Oh, it's the driving part is 100% fact. They are less likely to drive. That generation just doesn't see the appeal. They rather
thank you for freeing up the traffic.
Rather than having families or having kids, they rather travel.
That's true. Yeah, a lot more about. Hey, I give my generation. Half of my generation. The two generation thing. Half of
his trans gen.
The millennial in me. Kudos to you guys. You taught these guys that, hey, don't rush into anything. Go get your education or your trade or your career.
Follow your feelings.
No, not at all. You go and you go live life, go settle down, and then start your stuff. I think that's kudos. And even more credit. And look, and what I'm saying, some people totally disagree with what I said. Some people say, no, man, I met my wife when I was 17 years old and we had the blissful life. That's awesome.
Good for you not having to go through all that trauma.
I'm with you, but that's a rarity. So,
K-Dog in Lafayette says, I think it depends on where they went to high school and graduated from. And I think that might have a little bit to do with it.
Sure. It's I just don't be too quick to throw this generation out. I'm telling you, what could be perceived as lazy. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's lazy in every generation, but some of my Gen Z folks, man, they just cut through the nonsense, and it's like just get to the. So I love it, but I like efficiency.
We've also raised them to where everyone's opinion matters. And honestly, we don't have time for all that. We don't have time. If everyone's opinion, I hear you. I feel you. Everyone's important. But we have gone way too sensitive. And just like our military, for example, why would Pete Hegseth have to come in and bring it back to brass tacks if we hadn't gone super soft?
Well, that shows you what could happen in one administration, okay? The whole worried about what everybody's thinking. What I'm trying to tell you is every generation is the same. Every 90, not every same. I take it back. Not 100%. They're about 80% of every generation is the same. The whole care about everybody's opinions. We're only as big as the world we live in. We're only as big as the world we live in. And in the late 1900s, all the way probably up to the 1960s, our world was probably bigger than we would think right now. And this is what I mean by that. People close to us is large family gatherings, people that were close communicated more on more intimate settings. Yet now today, we're exposed to a bigger world, but we have quantity rather than quality a lot of times. But the desire to connect in the way that you're saying the Gen Z's guys do, that's the same for millennial, X, baby boomer, greatest generation, all the things. It's just how big is your world?
But those yes, your world is different, bigger, but your relationships are also a lot different. You mentioned back in the day, we used to take the time to spend time with each other, actually talk face to face, have conversations. Today, I mean, we work together all day, and
hey, buddy,
we talk probably most through, if not these microphones, through text
we talk
message.
the most on the mics.
Right. So our traditional
There's
ways,
only a few walls that separate us.
But our traditional ways of intimacy and intimate conversations and getting to know someone on a personal level, there's no more personal aspects
Yeah.
to things. Everything's so just automated and
It's
just
not the generation. Remember, the current generation navigates based off of what the previous generations hand them. Gen Z did not create this world or this environment. Gen Z is operating in it. Millennials and Gen X, which I'm just saying I lump those two together, but I was born in the early 80s. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's natural. But, the baby boomers received a unique upbringing from their parents.
yeah.
And that, every action has a reaction. And some parts that pendulum was hard, maybe on the discipline, maybe the lack of understanding, the empathy. These guys went through the doggone Great Depression. Maybe that pendulum swung so far and overcompensated where it created a false entitlement to some of the generation. And then you have the Gen Xers that are kind of just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then you got the millennials who are raising the Gen Zers who seem to be doing all right. So, I mean, look, I feel like, I still feel like our greatest days are ahead. I'm nervous on how we're using certain aspects of the federal government, and I am concerned with my fellow Republicans, just a few, who are doing some pretty anti-conservative things. I wouldn't ordinarily be upset with that if it was just like legislation or even an executive order. But certain actions are so fundamentally wrong and so fundamentally not conservative that it's concerning to me. Both parties using the Justice Department in a manner that at minimum looks like lawfare. However, the DOJ under Trump that ain't close to what it's not even close to what Biden and Harris and those guys were purposefully doing, interfering with the Justice Department.
Hadn't even been a year yet.
Right.
No,
yeah.
I'm saying for Trump, so give him time.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, he has it in him to do it.
Yeah.
He has it in him to do it. But there are things that are more to the story than what we're being told, and those things take a minute. I have no doubt in my mind that John Bolton upset the Biden administration in some way. And I have no doubt that they were retaliating against him. That's my personal, honest belief. I have nothing to prove that except my gut instinct, okay? And what I see what you see.
Once a Trump appointee, always a Trump appointee.
But Trump surely was not upset to hear that they were doing that.
He's a very bad man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, hey, man, there's just more to it. But, hey, get those what is this? Sorry to say, but most of this Gen Z can't think past the own.
Yeah, booties.
Hey.
Will and Cecilia makes a good point.
What up, Will?
No comparison talking about of today's 18-year-olds to the boys in 1942.
Ooh.
And he's exactly right.
I would usually post on D-Day a picture. I haven't done this in a while. Maybe I'll do it again. It's coming up. So many years ago, our young 18-year-olds were storming the beaches of Normandy all in defense of freedom. Now we have 18-year-olds on college campuses storming to safe places with warm milk and cookies, and I thought warm milk wasn't good for you.
Wow.
Are these progressive professors trying to kill the students?
Look, I just remember that there were a certain generation where all men knew how to change a tire and knew how to use a drill and a hammer.
Hey, they can. Hey, what do I? All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Phone line's about to be open. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. Woo, we're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Acadiana, and I love to see that at Rumble. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Rumble.com, The Josh Guillory Show. Also, go to all those social media pages for The Josh Guillory Show. You can go to my personal X page, which is at Josh Guillory USA. Yes. Go check us out. My favorite part, buddy.
Yeah,
You
phone lines
already
open.
know the phone lines are open. 232-1542. Sean. What's up, Sean?
Your favorite part, you might not like this one, brother.
Uh-oh.
So, oh no, my grandfather was in the 424th, which was in the Battle of the Bulge, and you know, he was drafted. It was the only place that wasn't captured, the only platoon. And, you know, at the time, they had no options. They had to either join the military. They were coming out of the Great Depression. So the greatest generation, I agree, they did things they had to do. They had no other options.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you talked about Pell Grants and tops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not have an education. I would not have a college degree right now without that.
Yeah.
And that was large to do with Foster. And I didn't like the man, but I did get my education. And I worked 13 years in pharmaceuticals and vaccines. We basically cured AIDS, HCV, everything like that. So everything has something to do, man. I understand not getting a degree in sub-Saharan vocabulary, poetry, or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, man. But, you know, what the government did with loans is predatory. So you can't do that either. We've got to find something.
See,
man.
that's the key. That's the key. Sean, you just nailed it. You just nailed it with that. It's predatory. That's exactly right. Sorry to throw you off. Keep going.
Oh, what? No,
Oh,
I thought he was
no.
done.
You hung up on Sean?
I thought he hung up.
Oh, my goodness. He was on a roll.
Sorry.
No,
My bad, Sean.
understand. Hey, Sean, though, man, you were making some really good points. And on the Pell Grant tuition, the TOPS thing, I'm all about Pell Grants and TOPS. What I'm not about is the lack of accountability when someone takes the money and doesn't do what they said they're going to do, because that's just not fair to the folks. We could pave roads. We could pay our officers more. You know what I mean? We could. I'll tell you how the state could help the folks. There's a lot of unincorporated areas in the state. Okay, there's a lot of unincorporated areas in the respective parishes across our great state. One area that the state could really help with is fire protection. So, you know, maybe that would be a thing. A little infrastructure. You know, partner with the local guys, help them, and then give it to them. Do not control it. We know what happens when bigger governments control it. But if that's something you want to do, I'm just throwing some ideas.
Well, I'm just saying, college cost.
If I were in charge.
Yeah. But I'm saying, I got a kid in college right now. You do too. You got two.
Yeah, buddy.
$30,000 a year. I mean, that's basically what it costs. After all the scholarships and tops and everything, you're still paying about $6,000-7,000 out of pocket. Like, stop making college so expensive, and maybe they wouldn't have such high loans to pay back. And then look at all the fees. You have the pep rally fee. You got like, so dumb. I don't want to pay all those fees. My daughter's not going to be doing all that stuff.
Notice in Louisiana, after TOPS was passed, compare the tuition then. Now, it's 29, 30 years later now, something like that. I don't know.
Has it been that long?
It's been a minute. Mid to late 90s.
I don't know if they had that when I graduated
in
in 97.
Early. Regardless, it's been around for a minute. But look at the percent increase, though. Go look. If you've seen some of those charts, the fees are just a whole other thing.
Oh, yeah. TOPS don't cover half.
Fees are just a whole other thing. And they know. And then it is a thing that just got out of hand. It got out of hand specifically when the federal government got more involved. Okay, doing a little self-correcting now, hopefully. And that's why what President Trump did with landing, where we needed to land, okay, and getting where we needed to get to, while I didn't agree with the program, it needed to end quickly and not and for people that already qualified, man, you kind of have a duty there, And if you really want to cut waste, Joni, I don't know if everybody knew this. Joni Ernst, did anybody in the studio, did y'all know this? That Joni Ernst, senator from Iowa?
Y'all be texting that?
I love me some Joni Ernst. I'd love her even more if she'd actually file a bill. I don't know if she did. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't think she did. Did she? No. See? Come on, Joni. I'm bragging over you over here. Specific line item, Senator. You got this. So, yeah, if we want to, I don't think these folks that I rattled off, these professions that are going to get that I don't think they even come close to 2.1 trillion.
No.
All right, let's go to Jerry. He understands. What's up, Jerry?
Oh, not too much, man. I'm just grinding it out like I do every day.
That's what you're talking about.
I have something. It could be satirical. Take it at that. If you want to save some money on college tuition with your kids, just take them in the car one day and drive them around Baton Rouge. Take them to the Capitol, watch C-SPAN a little bit, and then drive around this parish, in example, Lafayette, the city, and ask them, how much money do you really want me to spend on you to be better than this stupid? Mm-hmm. And then you would realize that you just need a good vocation to be better than the stupid folks that are running all of this.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
The trades, man, that's where, look, I'm telling you, tradesmen are making a lot more money now than they were. Like plumbers, electricians, it's HVAC.
It's capitalism.
Especially with all the deployments. The deportations.
For a while there was deployments. Yeah. Well, those fields are also shrinking and the demand is getting bigger. So, but that will all self-correct. At some point, there will be more welders. At some point, there will be more whatevers.
Just think about things that can't be replaced by computers and then go for that. Because with the pace that AI is going now,
man,
you're having computers talk to each other about politics.
Oh, no way, Jose.
In the meantime,
bring it on.
We got Renee.
That's right. Hey, Renee, you're not AI. It's real. He's Renee. He's Renee, the real Renee.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
I want to say that a lot of jobs the state has, like National Guard, they pay for your college. You got a healthy body, you go do not what you need to, stay drug free, and do the program, and you get free college. Win-win all the way.
Hey, there's a thought.
That's
Thanks,
another
Renee.
thing too. They should drug test TOPS recipients.
Ooh, hey.
Seriously, y'all need to be focusing on your studies, not smoking pot.
They got a script. Oh, wait, you got to be, what? I think the law says 21, right?
Yeah.
So that'll cover, no?
No, well, no.
Ooh.
I mean, there's treatments for kids with epilepsy. I mean, the whole gamut.
With the
but
marijuanas?
You have to have I think you should have a legitimate ailment.
Well, I mean, I would trust the medical profession to do that.
Well, yeah.
No, really. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a medical, I'm a juris doctor. I'm not a medical doctor.
All those kids who pop Adderall.
Must be 18.
Oh.
So, see?
Yeah.
And look, that's not, again, I'm stepping into areas I have no clue about. But there are certain drugs I hear on the commercials, and I used to be a pharmaceutical rep, just like my friend that just called. There's certain medications that can't be prescribed below 18 or whatever, or 16, whatever they're indicated for. But that's about the extent of my knowledge of this. So
Killswitch says you look younger, clean shaven. For those listening on the radio, I'm sitting across from Babyface over here.
Hey, whoa, man, guys.
Looking like he just got his driver's license.
Hey, guys. That's the millennial in me. That's the young millennial in me.
Speaking of young millennials.
No, but the younger of the millennial.
Oh.
See, because I can go older ex guy or youngy millennial guy. That's how I roll being trans.
Speaking of young fellas, how about Warren?
Warren! What up, Warren?
Well, if they pass a law to drug test everybody, you'll see the bad people just go away on their own. They'll just get up and leave before they get down to it. We call Louisiana the sportsman's paradise, but I think we ought to change it to the jive turkey vulture's paradise. Thank you.
Warren bringing the heat. Warren packs. Man, you can't. The amount that Warren packs in there, man. Nobody could compare. Hey, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you guys. We'll be right back. Stick around. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also live on rumble.com. Go check us out at rumble.com. The Josh Guillory Show, very easy. I am definitely appreciating this lively crowd, so thank you. Yes.
Will and Cecilia says, They loaned my ex-wife money for college, and she could barely read or a Dr. Seuss book.
Okay. Well then. All right.
Red
I like
fish,
Dr.
blue
Seuss.
fish. One fish, two fish.
Yeah.
That's fun. Cecilia.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, man, yeah. So back to the No Kings thing. Was there anything over the weekend that maybe stood out to you?
Other than the lady who was vile and making the horrific gesture. What stood out to me was the purple hair.
Yeah, and the demographic, and I actually saw.
Oh, you mean all white people?
Well, that there, no, man. What's up with that? Yeah, what? I thought y'all were inclusive. Only enraged white liberals allowed. What's up, Justin? What you got, buddy?
Not too much, guys. So I think the only people that should have their student loans or anything forgiven is the military. No
Fair.
cops, no none of this, all this other crap. Military only.
But they get
Because we don't take care of our military as it is, and they can be one small function we give to them.
Hey, fair. We agree. 100%.
You see, I disagree.
You don't want the military to get it.
Well, not that. I think the military, they have a very good program as it
Right.
stands.
But what if you go into the military with debt? They have some debt forgiveness.
They have all that.
Yeah.
They have all that. But those who say that the military is not well compensated, not well paid, I'm gonna push back on that, because as someone who spent 13 years in the Army, when I got out, I made good money in the military. I had good rank, and
I thought I was
think
rich
they're well
in the
paid.
military.
Yeah,
I thought I was rich.
I didn't have to pay for housing. I didn't have to pay for food. Didn't have to pay for
I
health
mean,
care.
It was the best model of socialism out there. You have a pay grade. It's the only form. I said this when I was in AIT. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. But
Yes, it's still a thing.
I don't. Well, they changed. I went to OBC. That's not a thing anymore. I'm just saying.
You still have OBC?
No, you don't.
Officer
You
basic
got-
course?
No, you got like BOLIC or something.
Oh, that must have changed in the last 10
Fort
years.
Knox isn't even there. So, well, it is, but it's the whole.
That's the basic officer leaders course is what
I
you're
don't know
talking
what-
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was OCS in Baghdad.
Yeah. We had PLDC. They changed it to
kidding.
WLC, and
I
there's
had
a bunch
OBC.
of weird stuff.
Yeah, all the things. So, but the military, if you think about it, the only form of socialism that I know that works, and you think about it, it is. It's a form of meritorious socialism to a degree. So
I didn't want to get out.
So if you have pay grades, so no matter if you're doing better or not than the other E4, you're getting paid as an E4. There's some exceptions with like specialties
Time
and
and
things
service.
like Well, yeah. But then again, on that part, time and service. So literally the socialism part of that is literally if you breathe for a year, you get a pay raise.
It's like civil service.
Is it? Well, that's
It's
got to be
kinda-
budget. Well, same thing with this. Has to be budget in.
You got to
Yeah.
wait your turn in line to get promoted.
Yeah, you're right. You know who knows what's going on?
Scott.
Yep, he's from Plaisance. Did you know that?
I did.
Scott from Plaisance. What's happening, buddy?
From Plaisance. Hey, the Army had this thing called the loan repayment program that I know a couple of guys did that. If you had your degree before you went in, then they would, and you had to get the people who had your student loan, they had to, agree to all this,
A
but
lot of my buddies.
they would pay one lump sum a year until your stuff was paid off, until your student loan was paid off. And they usually did that with people who had, they always did that with people who had their degrees already.
Yeah, a lot of my
But
buddies
it was
did
usually
that.
like a 4-year commitment or something like that. And when I recruited, I thought that was a pretty good deal.
You're a recruiter, Scott?
man.
Scott,
Oh
you're a
God! I did that before. I did that before I went to flight school.
He probably put me in.
and you went to flight school, Scott.
Probably
you are
put
an
me in.
You are an interesting guy, Scott. First of all, guys, if you don't
Yeah.
know, recruiting is a hard assignment.
Man, it's terrible. And I didn't do it. I didn't choose to do that. They
Yeah,
put
oh
me
no,
there.
same thing with drill sergeant school. They just, hey, by the way,
Oh,
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're running out of time. But hey, Scott for Play Zone.
You got the GI Bill. You got the Army College Fund still. So I had two sources of revenue for my schooling while I was in. So
best job ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Best
I wish
job.
I go back.
Yeah, me too. Send us both back. I want to do the Space Force.
COVID didn't take my hips.
Yeah. I don't know if they let me in. I don't know. Anyway, hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in across the many spectrums. We certainly appreciate you, okay? Be careful out there. May God bless you.